Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in, just breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, that's it, just close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just position your body in a way where you can feel more comfortable. That's it. Scan your body for where you feel any tension, which could be your neck, your shoulders, jaw, even legs. And as you breathe in and breathe out, just accept the idea that you're breathing in increasing levels of resourcefulness. Resources like relaxation, confidence, but most of all, authenticity. As you feel like you're breathing in those resourceful feelings, just allow any feelings of tension, stress, any worries to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath. So simply by breathing in and breathing out, you're feeling more relaxed, feeling more calm, tension leaving around the eyes, the jaw, finding it easier to breathe in and breathe out, even deeper, slower outward breaths. And I want you to get the sense that you're becoming more and more authentic just by breathing in and breathing out. I want you to get a sense of what being authentic means to you. For some people, that's who they are on the inside, is the same version they show on the outside. For some people, it's whatever they feel, that's what they show. That they are the same to different people in different circumstances. Unapologetically authentic. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to think of a concert performance where the lead performer was unapologetically authentic. Remember where you were at the time. Maybe how far away from the stage you were. And maybe see that person. And you're seeing them perform musically. But as you see them perform musically, I want you to flash back to a time where you saw them being interviewed. Remember the speed of their voice, the pauses, the thought that led to words being communicated. It wasn't pre-rehearsed sound bites. It was genuine, authentic answers to the questions that are being asked. And as you recall that, I want you to get a sense that being real, being authentic, being genuine, in today's society of filters, lip syncing, pre-rehearsed, content generated from other people, I want you to get a sense that being fully authentic and genuine and sincere is a scarce resource. Everyone knows that scarcity creates value, and therefore those people that are able to be authentic and genuine are the diamonds in a sea of stones and pebbles. Many people live their entire lives and they feel unable to share what they really think, express their emotions. Everything is suppressed and locked away. And I want you to think back to your childhood, to a time where you were negatively reinforced not to be authentic. Maybe there was an early memory of sharing something. Maybe you were sad, upset, and that wasn't safe back then. Maybe that information was used to mock or taunt. And you learned very quickly that there was a negative payoff to saying what you really felt. So instead, jokes, bits of information, deflections, Well, the way in which you survived an environment where it wasn't safe to express yourself. But I want you to accept the idea that as you get older, you get to choose the people that you communicate with. And I want you to think of an area of your life where you are discerning. Maybe it's the clothes that you wear, the food that you buy. There will be one area of your life that you are incredibly discerning. You will buy things or wear things of a particular quality, but not wear anything. Or you will choose foods that are of a certain level or quality of ingredients. And whatever that area of your life that you are at your most discerning, I want you to accept the idea that you can be equally discerning about knowing who, when, and where is right for you to be authentically vulnerable. And every now and then, even in the area of your life where you are most discerning, you occasionally make mistakes. But in that area of your life where you make mistakes, you learn quickly from them, making a resolution to not do that same thing again in the future. So as you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine you're at that same concert, but instead of a music stage, I want you to imagine there is a ginormous cinema screen, and you are the star on that screen. And I want you to imagine this is you at your most authentic, your most vulnerable. And I want you to see yourself sharing a vulnerable message. Maybe there's many thousands of people in this same concert. I want you to see your most authentic, expressive self sharing a genuine, heartfelt message that is true and authentic and real. And when you've seen that version of you express that message, just let me know by nodding your head. I want you to imagine that you're still there on that screen, as I'm about to give you a series of ideas and suggestions that will enable your mind to have more versatility, more options. And as these suggestions take root, you will see that version of you on that screen adopting and adapting and utilizing some of these thoughts and ideas so that this future version of you is integrating these ideas into how you will actually be and communicate in the near future. As you breathe in and breathe out, looking at that screen, I want you to feel the authenticity within you. Feel it rising, allowing your words to flow naturally from your heart, creating genuine connections with those around you. I want you to embrace the power of sincerity in your communication, knowing that your words hold weight and can make a positive impact on others. I want you to visualize a radiant light within you, a glowing white light shining through your words and actions, reflecting your true self in every interaction. And as you cultivate the art of intentional communication, choosing your words thoughtfully to convey your thoughts, feelings, and values with honesty, you become more confident because you are being more of the real you. And you can experience a sense of liberation as you let go of pretense, allowing your authentic self to shine through in every conversation you engage in. In the past, you've seen people with a performance, a pretense, a mask in how they communicate because of their insecurities. And perhaps you've had your own insecurities. Those jokes were no different from the mask that other people wears. And I want you to feel that it is okay to put down that mask. You don't have to overshare or be over vulnerable, but you can be authentic in every way that you communicate. I want you to imagine a shield of authenticity around you, protecting you from the need to hide behind facades and enabling you to be your true self. I want you to feel a warmth of sincerity in your voice, drawing people in and fostering trust and respect in every interaction you have. It used to be thought that vulnerability was a weakness, but you know vulnerability to be a strength, recognizing that sharing your true self allows for deeper connections and fosters genuine relationships. Vulnerability requires courage, which is why it's respected so highly. Picture yourself as an open book, sharing your thoughts and experiences authentically, inviting others to connect with your genuine stories. And as you communicate, feel a deep sense of alignment between your inner thoughts and your spoken words, creating a harmonious and truthful dialogue. As you look upon that screen, see that future version of you being authentic in work environments, being authentic in small talk, being authentic in social situations. You're not vulnerable in every occasion, but you are authentic. I want you to embody the sincerity of your intentions in your body language, gestures and tone, radiating an aura of authenticity that captivates those around you. Perhaps on that screen you can see that body language. Maybe it's open postures, head nods, holding eye contact. Allow your conversations to be a reflection of your inner values, speaking from a place of genuine belief and authenticity, and feel the power of your words resonating with others, creating a space for meaningful conversations that leave a lasting impact. And as you cultivate a genuine sense of self-awareness, it allows you to choose your words deliberately, ensuring that every interaction is rooted in sincerity. Experience a profound sense of liberation as you let go of any need to impress others and instead focus on being true to yourself. And you can imagine words as seeds of authenticity, planting the seeds of genuine connections that bloom and flourish over time. And as you embrace the vulnerability of showing your true self to others, you know that this opens genuine bonds and enriches your relationships. As you feel a deep sense of comfort and ease, your communication becomes even more authentic, knowing that you are embracing your true self with every word that you speak, but you can be authentic in any form of communication. You can be authentic with a facial expression, with a message on WhatsApp. I want you to feel this desire to be sincere and real and authentic in all ways that you communicate. Affirm your commitment to being genuine and sincere in your communication, allowing your authenticity to inspire and uplift those around you. And I want you to just Say these words in your head as you look at that future version of you on that giant screen. I am sincere. I am authentic. I am real. I am genuine. And maybe you say them 2 or 3 times. And then the final thing is just to acknowledge that vulnerability is strength. Vulnerability is courageous. Vulnerability is power. And allow these thoughts to integrate into your subconscious mind, forming new beliefs, strategies, new ways of thinking. Knowing that, like a musical instrument, it all takes practice. But every time you catch yourself being more authentic, being more genuine, being vulnerable in the right circumstances, a wave of positive enthusiasm will wash over you, encouraging you to do even more and more to become your authentic, ideal, real self. And then just imagine that giant screen disappears and you're left seeing a performer on stage, and imagine the final song is finished. See them communicate to the crowd in a real and authentic way, and smile to yourself as those qualities that you've seen in others now feel like they've awakened within you. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Feel like you're returning to the present as you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. As very soon I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, but feel authentic, genuine, real, with a desire to express yourself the way that you were always meant to. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.